Hello everyone. My name is Felix Eigenbrod. I'm a professor of applied spatial ecology in geography and environmental sciences. So one of the great environmental challenges that Britain and indeed the world face is how do we manage our landscapes to reduce the impacts of climate change but also feed us and protect biodiversity. So as you'll probably know from the media, one of the things we're thinking of doing in Britain is massively increasing the number of trees in the landscape. But we can't simply put trees everywhere. If we put trees in the uplands, we actually risk releasing more carbon because the peat soils have a lot of carbon in them already. So the question of where do we put the trees, put the right place in the right trees in the right place, is very much a question of geography. So work I've been doing is, together with forest research, has been using some big environmental data, so data collected by forest research, to ask the question of where do new forests increase the risk of existing forests being invaded by invasive species, in this case rhododendron. What we find is that geography really does matter. So in the east of England, we find that adding forest to the landscape increases the risk of rhododendron spreading. That's because rhododendron needs forest to be able to spread. It's a bit too dry for rhododendron in the east, and it has trouble spreading without there being forest in the landscape. Whereas in the west of Britain, in generally, it's too wet. It's much wetter, and rhododendron likes the wet weather, so rhododendron's everywhere anyways. So there's no increased risk of rhododendron invading existing forests by adding new forests. This doesn't mean we should never put forests in the east of England. It just means we need to be careful and monitor existing forests against this invasive species. So I teach in geography across the years, but this sort of work, which is asking around questions of spatial trade-offs around things called nature-based solutions, climate change, biodiversity, will be mostly in the third year, as well as within third-year research projects. So if you do have any questions, please do feel free to get in touch with me by email. Thank you.